And as you can see, our barn, which we built ourselves, is not terribly big. It's 12 feet wide, 24 feet long, and it houses everything. There's some extra rabbit carrying cages, and we've got all of our feed down here in metal trash cans, because unfortunately we do have little vermin like rats and squirrels and things that come in and try to eat the feed. But it houses everything that we need. We just have to be a little creative. There's our growing cage. We're not, since our doe died, we're not, we don't have any litters of meat rabbits just yet. That's another project on our list, but so it's just stored there. And then we've got our little wagon, which Brienne hauls hay out of the back of her truck, rolls it back here. So, and there's the front gate. Oh, and Dutch and Dakota. And that's our little barn. Needs a bit of a cleanup, but we normally do that after the lambs are gone. They tend to beat the place up a bit, and so our fall project will be cleaning out the barn, replacing this window, because they did not just break a panel or a pane out of the glass, they actually destroyed the whole one side of it. So that has to have the trim taken off and the whole window replaced. So that'll be a project for once the lambs are gone. And there we have it. Another market lamb. For the fair, we keep them covered. We tend to have problems when they're sheared closely in the summertime. The flies chew on them, and we don't want them to have any, injuries like that and run any risk of them being disqualified before we even get to show them. So there we are. A little homestead in a box of sorts. In this barn, like I said, 24 by 12, and it's about 10, 11 feet high. We are able to raise, we can have 6 lambs in this space. We've got about 15 chickens at this point, and most of them are out in the yard still because the sun hasn't gone down. And then we've got the rabbit that we can raise, meat rabbits, and then in the fall we can do a pig. We haven't done any turkeys, but that is one of the things we want to try. We're not terribly fond of turkey meat or turkey soup, so that's one of the reasons we haven't really raised any. We really love the meat chickens that we've been raising, and first started off with Cornish game hen size, which turned out really good for just the 2 of us. There's Sophie again. You can see how her feathers, her back feathers kind of twist and curl. They don't actually have a spine in the feather. The stiff part that goes down the middle of most duck or goose feathers, and so that's what makes them twist. And she loves her little pool that we have. It's sort of an interim pool until we get a bigger one for her, but she loves to just sit in there. And there we have it. Little barn and a little bit in need of repair, and somebody's molting, and in dire need of cleanup. But like I said, it fits our needs, and it does everything that we want to do as far as raising our own meat. And it doesn't actually take a lot of space. I mean, we'll never have grass-fed anything here on our 1/3 of an acre, but we are able to put very high quality hand-fed, humanely processed meat on our table. And that's something that we really take pride in and encourage other people who have space, regardless of the size. Our first batch of meat chickens, when we did them several years ago, we only raised 6 because we wanted to see what we were getting ourselves into. So a friend of mine had bought 50, and we bought 6 from her and tried it out, and it was so easy, and we didn't have anybody die. And all the rumors that we had heard about, meat chickens just dropping dead, we have only lost 1 chicken in all the years that we've been raising them, and I think that was probably due to an injury. He didn't look so good when we first got him, but he made it to about 2 pounds and then died. So there you go. If you are thinking about or interested in raising any kind of meat animal, I would seriously encourage you to look and see what you're capable of doing on your property, what you might be able to do, and try it. And I think you'll be really happy with the results. Alrighty. Well, everybody is fed and going into their evening routine, and so I will say good night.